This is my Roman Empire. This is my favorite series of all time. Okay, I think fourth place is going to be Corrupt. I love Michael and Rika, but I think this is going to be in last place only because the continuation of the plot and the characters. Like, I just enjoyed the other books more, but this book was still really fucking good. And the primal scene when Michael chases Rika through the house wearing this mask, it literally is one of the scenes that lives rent free in my fucking head. It is absolutely fucking delicious. Okay, coming in number two is going to be Hideaway. I think actually, if Banks wasn't the FMC, this would probably be my least favorite book of the series. But I love Banks so much, and I love what we got to see of Banks and Damon in this book. So I'm putting it at number two. I'm gonna throw you guys for a little bit of a loop. If you've been here for a while, you know that I'm a Damon Torrance stan. That he is my favorite male character of all of fiction. Um, but Killswitch is actually going to come in at number two. And I loved Damon and Winter. They're my favorite couple of this series. She's not my favorite FMC. Banks is, like I said. Damon is my favorite. And I loved this story. I loved hearing their love story. I loved it so much. But the only reason that Nightfall is coming in number one is not only because I loved that it changed and that majority of the book was at Black Church, but also because I felt so, and what is the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Irrevocably in love with Damon Torrance in this book. Spoiler. The huge spoiler. But if you've read the series, I'm going to tell you this was the moment that I knew that he was the love of my life. It was when he gave the key to Emery and he left it like hanging in the tree. Forgive me if my memory's wrong. I haven't reread the series in like 3 years almost now. But it's when he gave her the key to the hideaway to Emery. And I just everything that he did leading up throughout this series, I just love him so much. Like, honestly, like he's my favorite person ever. I do love Will. I love Will, and I actually like despised Emery for like half the book. But I ended up really liking her, and I think that she might be right behind Banks with my second favorite FMC of the series. But I don't know what it was. It was just like I felt so much more in love with Damon in Nightfall, and I loved Black Church. I loved the whole lore behind Black Church. I loved all the scenes in Black Church. Um, so yeah, so that's where I would rank them. And I think I've said this before, but I don't know, maybe it didn't throw you for a loop. But if you haven't read this, this is your sign now to go read it because this is my Roman Empire. This is my favorite series of all time. And these masked men, the horsemen, the four horsemen, an absolute Roman Empire. Absolute Roman Empire.